Hello everybody, my name is X Factor, and if you haven't put May 24th on your calendar yet because of the release of Overwatch, you might want to put it on now because the Division is bringing forth its second free DLC, 1.2 Conflict. And there's a lot going on with it. They're doing some bug squashing, some balancing, and they're bringing in a new incursion, new missions within the Dark Zone, including HVT targets, and you can actually hijack an extraction, which looks really, really cool, actually. It's going to add a new dynamic to said extraction. There's new weapons and new gear sets, so we're going to break it all down and cover it. So let's get to it. The Dark Zone's been a controversial topic, but the Division developers are actually addressing it in several different ways. First off, Phoenix cap is increased to 2,000. Next, there's going to be new brackets for the DZ, including a 200+, and it actually makes sense to go to the big boy bracket because loot's been rather bad in the Dark Zone since 1.1. Performance mods, weapons never drop, and very low gear scores. It's very hard to get an upgrade if you've got a 200+ gear score rolling around in the DZ, but that won't be the case anymore in the big boy DZ. 32 to 34 mobs hitting like trucks, but also only gold DT and much, much better drops. Gear sets, 204s, 214s, and it's even rumored that there could be a 240 or so in some of the supply drops. If you're all about that Dark Zone life, you're all about armor. More than likely you're at 65% now, but when 1.2 comes out, you'll be able to hit 75%, but there are people saying you will have to sacrifice some stats to get there. Now, the question is this. Will this make the SMG meta even worse? Because that gives you a little additional time to get a little bit closer if somebody's using an assault rifle, a marksman rifle, or even something like a sniper rifle. But only time will tell. The next thing is there's a new stat being introduced called Toughness. It includes your health, armor, and stamina. And again, you can have all the health in the world. You can have 120k, but if you don't have armor, you're still going to get melted. And we already know what the new hottest question is going to be in the Dark Zone once PvP starts going off. Hey man, what's your toughness at, bro? Up next, brutal and balanced. Both talents are being nerfed on weapons. There's been a lot of outcries from the community, but we'll see how that plays out. Then, of course, the sentry gear. The 4-piece sentry bonus will not work for assault rifles and SMGs anymore. Instead of dropping the bonus for SMGs and assault rifles to maybe 7% or 5% per stack, they just completely got rid of it. So all that time you just soaked into the game, what gear set are you going to switch to? Well, don't worry. There are 4 new ones coming in, and this is your look. You've got Final Measure. You've got Lone Star. You've also got Predator's Mark, which is another striker-type set, and Hunter's Faith, a recon sniper-based set, along with some new weapons of the game. You'll have several new shotguns to choose from, some semi-auto, some seem to look full auto, along with a new LMG. And look at the drum mag on that bad boy. Hopefully the shotguns did get some love within the PvP realm. Some of these gear sets might be set up around them, including the sentry changes. It will work for shotguns, it will work for pistols and marksman rifles, just not assault rifles or SMGs anymore. Up next is another addition, high-value targets to the Dark Zone. Obviously, you can see you can visit the daily HVT officer in your base of operations. You have a target list on the left. As you scroll down, the gear requirement is probably going to raise, your target level is probably going to raise, and your mission reward will probably raise. It could be a mix of Division tech, currency, Phoenix credits. It just depends on what that name mob is, but it's your job to track down the name mob, drop him, and then collect your reward. Up next is a new exciting and dynamic Hijack Extraction. You put your stuff on the rope, you got it out, right? No, wrong. If there's time still on the clock, you can simply go up, cut the rope, it drops their loot, whoever's around can pick it up, and then you could simply try to re-extract again. Sometimes killing won't be involved. Will this provoke more fights? You'll have to be a lot more defensive and, of course, strategical now with your extractions. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the Division 1.2 Conflict update. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to jump in? Do you think the developers addressed most of the major issues with the game? As always, guys, thanks for watching and hanging out. We'll see you soon.
A rogue agent has been neutralized.